Imagine you're walking alone at night and suddenly, a shadowy figure lunges towards you. What does your body do? In moments of perceived danger, our bodies kickstart a remarkable survival mechanism that's been hardwired into our biology for millions of years. This is the fight or flight response, a phrase you've probably heard before. It's a common feature in popular culture, cropping up in high-stakes action scenes in films, intense moments in novels, and even in adrenaline-pumping video games. Despite its ubiquity, many of us only have a vague understanding of what this response truly entails. It's not just about throwing punches or sprinting away. It's a complex, fascinating process that prepares our bodies to face the threat head-on or to make a swift exit. But what's really happening inside your body during these high-stress moments? Let's dive into that. The key players in this scenario are your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Imagine being backstage at a theater. The sympathetic nervous system is like the stage manager, calling the shots when there's a crisis or a big scene coming up. When stress or danger is perceived, it leaps into action, preparing the body for the imminent fight or flight response. This is achieved by increasing your heart rate, dilating your pupils, and slowing down digestion. Essentially, it's ensuring that all your energy is directed towards dealing with the threat at hand. On the other hand, the parasympathetic nervous system is more like the calm and composed director, stepping in once the crisis has passed. Its role is to bring the body back to its normal state, a task it accomplishes by slowing the heart rate, constricting the pupils, and speeding up digestion. It's all about restoring the balance and ensuring that your body doesn't remain in a state of high alert indefinitely. Now, these two systems may seem to be at odds with each other, but they're actually part of the same team. Together, they work to maintain a state of equilibrium or homeostasis in your body. Think of it as a carefully choreographed dance. When one takes a step forward, the other steps back, ensuring that your body remains in balance. But what triggers these systems? How does your body know when to prepare for a fight and when to relax? Well, the answer lies in a network of signals and receptors scattered throughout your body. From your brain to your adrenal glands, countless parts of your body are constantly communicating, ensuring that the right response is triggered at the right time. So the next time you're faced with a stressful situation, remember that it's not just you battling it out. Inside you, there's a symphony of signals, a ballet of biochemical reactions, all working together to help you respond and recover. It's like a biological tug of war, isn't it? But there's more to this story. When you're in a stressful situation, your body undergoes a series of hormonal changes. At the heart of these changes are two key players, adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline, often known as the fight or flight hormone, is like a sprinter. It acts fast, pumping you up for immediate action. It increases your heart rate, sending more blood to your muscles and brain. It also boosts your blood sugar levels, giving you a quick burst of energy. Cortisol, on the other hand, is a bit like a marathon runner. It takes a little longer to kick in, but it maintains the body's heightened state. It helps regulate blood pressure and ensures a steady supply of glucose to keep you alert and focused. These hormones work together like a well-oiled machine, regulating your heart rate, blood pressure, and other bodily functions to prepare you for either fight or flight. So the hormones are doing their job, preparing you for action. But what's guiding them? The command center of this whole operation is your brain, specifically areas like the amygdala and hypothalamus. Let's delve deeper into these fascinating regions. The amygdala, an almond-shaped set of neurons located deep within the brain's medial temporal lobe, is the first point of call when it comes to detecting threats. It's like your brain's own private detective, constantly scanning the environment for signs of danger. When it spots a potential threat, it springs into action, setting off the fight or flight response. The amygdala is deeply connected to our emotional responses and memories, particularly those related to fear. It's a bit like a trigger-happy soldier, always on the lookout for threats and ready to sound the alarm at a moment's notice. But the amygdala doesn't work alone. Enter the hypothalamus, the command center that takes over once the amygdala has sounded the alarm. The hypothalamus is responsible for activating the sympathetic nervous system, which in turn triggers a series of hormonal changes. It's akin to a switchboard operator receiving messages from the amygdala and then sending out its own signals to the rest of the body. But the hypothalamus doesn't just activate the fight or flight response. It also regulates a host of other body functions, including temperature, hunger, thirst, and sleep. It's a crucial part of the brain's endocrine system, linking the nervous system to the body's hormonal systems via the pituitary gland. This dynamic duo of the amygdala and hypothalamus work together in a finely tuned partnership, ensuring your body is primed and ready to deal with threats. They're the puppeteers pulling the strings, orchestrating this complex dance of hormones and physiological responses that we call the fight or flight response. So, your brain is the conductor of this biological symphony. But is it always fight or flight? You might have heard of the phrase fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Let's explore what that means. While the first two responses are self-explanatory, the freeze response might be a bit puzzling. It's a state of immobility, a sort of playing dead, when neither fighting nor fleeing seems viable. It's like your body pressing the pause button, hoping the danger will pass by without noticing you. Now let's discuss fawn. This is a more social response to danger, where individuals try to please or pacify the threat. Imagine a situation where you're confronted by a hostile individual. You might try to diffuse the situation by agreeing with them or even flattering them. That's the fawn response. So there you have it. Your body is a marvel, equipped with systems and responses to protect you. Isn't it fascinating how it all works? That's all for now. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning and soaking in the knowledge pool.